We also had a pretty bit of interesting news yesterday, and I'm telling you, you can go down a rabbit hole and you know it, and I know it. We can go down this rabbit hole and never get out. When you say to me, who do we believe? How do you believe anybody? Here's a great example. Um, Yesterday, the CDC announced that we really think that it's a good chance that 10 times as many people have had coronavirus than we thought. The Centers for Disease Control and Prevention said that as many as, are you ready for this? 20 million Americans may have contracted the virus. If that is true, you do know how much lower the death toll and mortality rate would be, right? I mean, this is the kind of stuff that the media kind of cherry picks, and Americans are sick of it. So believe me, I'm not going down the rabbit hole anymore. We're not having a single argument again about masks. You know how I feel about being cautious at a time of a worldwide pandemic. That's how I feel. But when you tell me, Mike, when Fauci admitted they lied to us about masks, why would you believe anything they say? And I don't blame you. Can't I who can question you on that? So now we've got some social justice stories to report on. They're literally considering replacing the Star Spangled Banner. I think it was Rich Lowry who posted something last night, and he said, if they replace the national anthem with John Lennon's Imagine, I'm moving to Canada. It's hard not to think that way. It's hard not to think that way anyway. You got the governor of New York taunting the governors of red states. Oh, can you comprehend how nasty it is that this New York governor has the gall to taunt the governor of Florida, especially the governor of Florida? This is amazing to me. I can't get over this one. This is the governor of New York, who has had this weird segment apparently regularly. I haven't seen 1 second of it. I couldn't bear to watch Andrew Cuomo and Chris Cuomo swapping stories about who mom loves best. It is one of the grossest examples of journalistic nonsense. Oh, you're so great. Oh, no, you're so great. Here's the CNN primetime host interviewing the governor of New York, the brothers, and it's like two frat boys comparing notes on Friday night in the frat house, playing some beer pong. It's unreal that CNN would and oh, it's such a it's just gross. But here's Cuomo last night on CNN with a message to the governor of Florida, Ron DeSantis.
I say to them all, look at the numbers. You played politics with this virus and you lost. You told the people of your state and you told the people of this country, White House, don't worry about it. Just open up, go about your business. This is all democratic hyperbole. Oh, really?
Turn it off. Stop
now
it.
you see 27
You played
states with the numbers
politics
going.
with this virus and you lost. Oh, really? What was the race that Florida lost compared to New York? Let me remind this arrogant, smug, sanctimonious jerk of a governor that it was his mandate that nursing homes in New York have to accept COVID-19 sick patients that led to the deaths of thousands of seniors in New York's nursing homes. And it was DeSantis's order that nursing homes are not allowed, may not accept COVID-19 sick patients that, oh, I don't know, led to a big difference in the mortality rate between the two states. You want to know what the mortality rate, to give you some perspective, is right now? I'm getting this right from Worldometer, CDC. Let me give you a quick number, Governor Cuomo. Maybe somebody can wake you up. in your arrogance, with your condescending nastiness and your stupid self-imposed quarantine for 14 days that nobody is going to think that is going to be enforced. Nobody's going to do. Somebody flies into New York. You're saying now, if you fly to New York from Florida, you must quarantine yourself for 14 days and we'll be watching you. We're going to know who you are. You want to know what the death rate differences are between, let's just say, New York and Florida as of today, as of this morning? Around 124,000 deaths related to COVID-19 in the United States, according to Worldometer and all of the data we get. Here's the death rate in New York per 100,000 people. In New York, in Cuomo's New York, they've lost death rate, 161 people per 100,000 citizens, okay? 161 deaths in New York per 100,000. You know what the number is in Florida? 15. 15 for every 100,000. And this jerk thinks he can taunt the governor of Florida or the governor of Texas or anybody that doesn't see the world the way he does. Remember, this is the governor who once famously said, conservatives, pro-life conservatives, aren't welcome in his state. The guy's one of the biggest jerks and one of the most failed governors in the history of the country. If a media had a shred of integrity, they would be relentlessly reporting on the thousands and thousands of elderly residents of New York who died because of his order. You don't want to talk about that.